I'm Colby King from 330 Ministries, and I'm excited to share with you an opportunity where you can have your own church app. Now, there's 5 ways that a church app can bless your ministry, but before we get to that, I want to share with you that this opportunity is coming your way because of a partnership that we have with your state convention. Your state convention has partnered with us so that you can have this kind of incredible evangelism technology, and it's not only evangelism technology, it's great technology to keep your church members connected to you as well. And so we're excited about our partnership with them. We're also excited about the kind of ministry that this app can do inside your church. And so let's jump right into it. 5 ways that an app can help your ministry. First of all, an app helps your church members stay connected to you. Through touch of a button calling, emailing, through being able to instantly access your schedule, seeing announcements, we can pull in your blog, through listening to audio or video messages. There's all sorts of ways that an app can keep your church members informed and connected to your ministry. Secondly, apps are an incredible evangelism tool. For years, we've been using apps to share the gospel, and we fine-tuned a plan of salvation that we would love to share with you and put inside your app. It's an easy tool that church members can use to share their faith in everyday life. Just think of all the places your church members go with their phone, and think of the conversations they have, and immediately right there in their pocket, they have a tool where right there on the spot, they're able to lead someone to Christ. And not only is this a great way for them to share the gospel, it becomes a great tool for you to be able to engage your people in understanding how they can share their faith. This is a plan of salvation that's being used by several of our Baptist state conventions. It's been used by the North American Mission Board, and we're excited to see people come to Christ through technology. And it's something that we would love to put into your hands as well. The third thing that an app can do for you, an app can increase your giving. If you have online giving, we can pull that into your app. And then they say, statistically, during the offering time, if you simply mention that people can give through your app as well, that it can increase your giving by up to 7%. Now, if you say, well, we don't have online giving, I want to encourage you that that's something that you need to look into. It's beneficial to your ministry. Now, that's not something that we do. We can give you references of people that do that you can check out and talk to and find the one that's going to fit best for your ministry. But if we can pull that inside your app, statistically they say it will increase your giving. Now, the fourth thing that an app can do for you, it puts a tool in your church members' hands where they can easily share your church information. Right there, they have instant access to your schedule, to what's happening, to many churches are putting what they believe inside their apps. They have constant and instant access to that information. And so when they're in conversations with people, it's easy for them to say, well, let me show you when our service times are, or let me show you about that. They open up the app, they show it to people, and then many times what we found in those conversations, the people they're talking to will say, well, can I get that app on my phone? In fact, we've even had lost people, when they're seeing the plan of salvation, say, well, can I get that on my phone? I want to take a look at that later on. I want to look more into this. And so let's say right there they download your app. Not only do they have access to your church information, they've got access to the plan of salvation, to when your service times are, to how to get in contact with you, to instantly map your location as well. And so we've created a way from inside your app. If someone else wants the app, all they have to do is hold their device, it reads a QR code, and immediately it takes them to the App Store in their device as well. And so it's a great way to share your church information. We can also build a preset text or an email that invites people to your church. So your church members don't have to write it. All they have to do is address it, send it out to invite a friend to come join them for worship with you on Sunday morning. The final thing I want to share with you that an app can do for your ministry, an app can create community awareness. Right now, there's a media craze that happens around apps. It's simply a very popular, trendy thing. Now, we don't want you to have an app because it's trendy. We want you to have an app because it's a great tool for sharing the gospel, for reaching people and keeping people connected to your ministry. But at the same time, inside your community, there are people who will download your app just to see what it's like, just to see what you're about. If you're the first app in your community, there should be a media attention that comes your way because you're the first one to have an app. Now, there's something else that we've started doing, working with churches on, and it's making the most of a trend before it hits its peak. Right now, there's a trend over the next 10 to 15 years that communities will begin to make their own community apps so that people in the community have instant access to calling school phone numbers, looking up that restaurant, all the things that your community has to offer. In the same way that we used to use phone books, but many of us haven't touched a phone book for a long time, because when we want to look something up, we now go and Google it. Well, in the same way, there's a trend that's moving away from, hey, let's Google things in the community, to, I want to take a look at that community app. And so we're making the most of this trend by allowing churches to have a community corner inside their app. What this will do, it will drive people from your community to download your app, to keep your app, and to continue using your app. So it's going to drive them inside your app past things such as, how can we pray for you? Or, do you know for sure that you're going to heaven? What we want to do is we want to create a connection between you and your community so that when they have a need or a crisis, or they hit that point in their life where they realize there's got to be more to life than this, or they come to the end of their rope, or they're looking, they know they need a church, but which one do they go to? We want your church to be the first one that they think of. Now, we're not trying to be trendy, and we're really not trying to put your church in the spotlight. Our goal is we want people to come to Jesus. And so we're trying to create every connection we can to use technology in the best way possible to bring people to Christ. That's our heart, that's our goal, that's our mission. That's why we're not creating community apps, we're creating church apps, because we want to put this tool in your hand to bless your ministry and to reach people for the kingdom. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us. We would love to talk to you about it. If you're interested in an app, call us, email us. We also have a very easy form online. You can simply get online, fill it out. It just asks for your basic information. And then what we'll do, we will call you and simply have a conversation. You see, our apps are not cookie cutter apps. We custom make each one with the tools that are going to best meet the needs of your ministry. And so whether you're a large church or a small church, we're going to build one that's going to specifically work for you. And so please let us know if you're interested. We would love to help you in any way that we can. Thank you for your time.